good to see you.
Hey Kate, nice to see you too.
And all of you guys at home, we have missed you over the last 7 days.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to have some more fun together today. Are you ready, Blurp?
I'm so ready. Let's have some fun.
Are you guys ready at home for a game? Because this is a game we can all play. So Blurp,
Great.
how are you at remembering things?
Oh, sometimes I'm okay, but sometimes I do forget things.
Okay, well, we're going to see how you go today because
Okay.
on here I have a whole heap of random objects
Yeah.
for you to remember. So
Okay.
you just have to store it away somewhere. I'm going to take something away and then you've got to work out what went missing.
Oh, so I've got to keep it all in my mind.
In
my
your
memory.
mind.
In my memory.
Or in your elbow or your finger or your foot. I don't know where it goes when it's in your mind, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, so just to
Okay.
quickly list them off, can you
Okay, so we've got a mug here, and we've got some sticky tape, and a highlighter pen, and a phone, and a tennis ball, and a stapler.
a stapler, and did we miss this one at home?
Oh,
There's a more
that
skinny
was
pen
hiding
as
there.
well.
Okay,
Hiding
skinny
down
pen.
there.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to remember. Can you guys remember all of that at home as well?
oh, this is gonna be hard.
It is going to be hard. So what I need everyone to do right now is to use your hands, cover your eyes, and blurp, no peeking. Okay? And
Not
you
even a
guys at
little
home,
bit?
not even a little bit.
Okay.
Because you've got to remember in your mind or your finger or your elbow, wherever your memory goes.
Okay.
I'm going to take something away.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
And okay, you can open your eyes.
Okay,
Now,
so
can you remember
we've got the
missing?
mug and the skinny pen and the sticky tape and the phone, tennis ball, the stapler, and the
Come on, Blurp, you can do it.
is it? Oh wait, it was kind of pink. The highlighter pen.
The highlighter. What are you guys guessing at home?
Was that it?
It was the highlighter.
Yay!
Well done. Okay.
We won, everyone. We won.
Good job. Good job. Now
Great
there's
game. Okay, bye, Kate.
now there's a few more to go.
Oh, okay.
But now you have less things to remember. So have a quick look, everybody, and cover your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take
Very
something
nice.
else away now.
Oh my goodness.
And you may open them. What has gone missing?
Wow, this is confusing. The tray's very empty now. There's the mug and the phone and the stapler. I think we're missing 2 things.
What might they be?
I'm thinking in my memory, it was. Oh my gosh.
Can you guys remember at home?
Can you guys tell me? I can't remember.
Can you hear? I think I can hear them helping you.
Oh, you know what? I think I do remember now. I think
Okay.
I think you've taken away the sticky tape and. Oh, no, I
That
can't remember the last
Bright
thing.
yellow thing. Well, sticky tape is right there. So, but for everyone at home, we took away the tennis ball
Oh!
and that tiny thin pen.
Now I
But
remember.
that was pretty good effort. That was a tricky one. Okay,
Yes.
but there are 4 things left.
Okay, the mug,
Everyone
the
at
sticky
home.
tape, the phone, the stapler.
Okay.
Mug, sticky tape, phone, stapler. Okay.
Yep.
I'm closing my eyes.
Okay, we're gonna see how we go. Everyone at home, closing your eyes as well. Let's
This
see.
is much harder than I thought it was going to be, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
My memory's not so good.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Open your eyes.
Okay.
What changed? Is it all the same? Did
No.
something go missing?
Something's definitely missing. I think this.
Can I even remember what went
I
missing?
think the sticky tape is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, the sticky tape.
I think it might be a little bit too
I think mine-
transparent for you.
I
Blurb.
think it's,
Or maybe Blurb needs some
sticky tape is
glasses as well.
invisible for me.
It is almost invisible.
Oh, you moved the sticky tape.
I
That's the
did.
sticky
I tricked you. Okay,
Okay, so-
so it didn't go missing, but what did go missing?
The thing that was over here was the stapler.
Correct. Good job, Bleb. Good job, Bleb.
Yes. And,
Okay.
Oh, and
Did something else go missing?
can't remember what it was.
Because you don't need to remember. I only took one thing away.
Oh, it's only one thing. Hey, you
You
took
have
one
done-
thing and you moved one thing.
Yeah, you have done perfect.
You're sneaky at this game, Kate.
Very sneaky. Okay. Should
Okay.
we do one more round? One more round. Here we go. Close your eyes.
Okay. Okay, how'd you go?
Okay, you can open. What we're missing.
Oh my goodness, there's only one thing left. And we have like 7 things on the plate then. Okay, I think I know. The mug is missing now.
The mug.
And finally, the sticky tape is
Yay,
gone.
the sticky tape wins.
Yes.
Very well done, Blurp. You have
I'm so
done so
relieved.
good. I'm going to need this, I'm sure, at some point today. And, well, we need to look out for Jacinta today because I happen to think she's going to talk all about this idea of remembering.
Great.
So she might have some helpful tips for us, I think.
Oh, I hope so. I'm gonna write those down.
So get ready, guys. But for now, I wonder if anyone at home can remember the memory verse that we've been looking at this month. Let's see how you go.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Katie. Today I'm going to go over this week's memory verse with you guys. Has anyone learnt it yet? Let's do it together. Come on. Okay. Faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Awesome. I reckon we can do that a bit faster, don't you? Let's try it. Faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. Hebrews 11 verse 1. Good job, guys. Keep going over that throughout the week. Grab a parent or guardian and teach them the verse too. I miss everyone. I hope I can see you all back at church sometime soon. Bye.
So for today's story, we're going to be looking at the story of Abraham in Genesis 22. Now, a little bit before this chapter, God gave Abraham a promise that he would be the father of many nations. But there was only one problem. He was very old and he didn't have any children. But you know what? He trusted God anyways, and he had everyday faith. And you know what? Many years later, God blessed him with a son. Now, once we reach Genesis 22, we see that God asks Abraham to do something very difficult. Does anyone remember what that was? That's right. God asked Abraham to sacrifice his only son, Isaac. God wanted to see if Abraham would trust God in this moment. So he asked Abraham to start making the journey to where he would normally make offerings to God. Usually, Abraham would kill an animal as a sacrifice for God, but this time he wasn't quite sure what would happen, but he trusted God anyways. Straight away, he started to pack his bags. Ooh, I need to open my bag, guys. Started packing his bags. He put his rope in, he put his wood in his bags, and all the different foods I might take. A donut would be good, and a capsicum, and some corn and some bread. And he took his bag and he got up and started on his journey up the mountain. So as he was on his journey, his son Isaac actually asked him what the offering was. And do you know what Abraham said? Abraham said that God would provide. Abraham trusted that God would provide, and that no matter what happened when they got up that mountain, that God had a plan. Well, this is a bit of a steep bit. I reckon they went up a bit of a steep mountain in the end. Hopefully we don't slip. But once they got to the top of the mountain, Abraham was able to trust God in this moment because he remembered what God had done in the past. He remembered that when he was old and didn't have any children, God kept his promise and gave him a child. And he remembered that God had protected him and his family in the past. Now, this was a really difficult thing for God to ask Abraham to do, because it didn't make sense for God to ask him to do this with the promises God had already made. But Abraham chose to trust God and have everyday faith anyways. And you know what? Once he got to the top of the mountain, God provided a ram and Abraham was able to obey God. And I think that is very cool.
Oh! Hey guys, and welcome to Crazy Craft with Kate, where we make awesome craft in a bit of a crazy way. Well, I hope you guys have already had some ice cream today already, because you're gonna need your icy pole sticks. So make sure you've got plenty of them to go, because today we are making photo frames. So all you're gonna need is some paper, your ice cream sticks, glue, and some textures. Now, you need to carefully choose your favorite Bible story. So I've been thinking long and hard, and well, I really love the story we heard last week all about Daniel. So I've taken some time this week to draw a picture of Daniel and the lion. And I remember all these crazy things that God did and that Daniel did. And well, whilst I tell you a bit about that, I'm just gonna put some glue on my page so that I can stick my ice cream sticks to make the photo frame. So I wonder if you guys can remember what it was that God did in Daniel's life. Because he did some pretty crazy things along the way, but one thing I particularly remember from last week is that God protected Daniel when he was thrown into the den of lions. Do you guys remember what God sent to protect Daniel? He sent an angel, and that angel actually shut the mouths of the lions so that they didn't even hurt Daniel. But then something else I really love about Daniel's story is that it wasn't just what God did that was amazing, but Daniel did some pretty amazing things as well. Daniel did this one thing in particular. I wonder if any of you guys at home can remember what the one thing was that Daniel did every day. He did it 3 times a day. He went up into his room, he looked towards Jerusalem, and he did something. Wonder if you can work out what that is. Probably should use a paintbrush for this. Just gonna add some color to my ice cream sticks. Ooh. So have you guys remembered what that one thing was that Daniel did? Daniel actually prayed. That's what helped him have faith in God every single day. And I think I kind of want to remember that too. So my photo frame is almost finished here, but I'm just going to finish it off by writing that really important thing down that Daniel did. Daniel prayed. I'm going to remember, to help me have faith every single day, I can actually pray to God just like Daniel did. And for the finishing touch, beautiful. Well, what a tasty craft. Well, it originally was tasty. Anyways, I hope you guys have heaps of fun doing Crazy Craft this week. It is tasty and it is good, and it's gonna help you remember some awesome things.
So for this part of the story, I have invited the writer of Hebrews to come in and to talk to us a little bit about what he wrote in his book and how that helped him to remember. So we're just gonna jump on a Zoom call and we're gonna have a bit of a chat to him. Hey, I'm sorry, I just can't quite see your face there. I don't know if it's the video or what's going on.
Well, that's okay, Jessica, because, well, you don't exactly need to see who I am.
Okay, well, I guess we'll just jump into the questions. Let's start with your name.
Well, I've chosen to remain anonymous because, well, if you look at the book of Hebrews, you'll find that my name isn't actually there.
Okay, that's fine. No name. That's totally okay. So I guess first question then, who did you actually write about in the book of Hebrews?
Well, if I remember correctly, I wrote all about a guy named, Abraham, but so many other people as well. Like, there was this guy called Noah, and a girl called Sarah, and another guy called Abel, maybe even a Mary in there as well.
Wow, that's so cool. You know, we've actually been learning about Abraham today. Do you think you could share a bit about what you wrote about him in your book?
Oh yes, of course. You know, Abraham was a marvelous man. He lived with extraordinary faith. You know, he trusted God big time, like through some of the most difficult circumstances. You know, this one time he was asked by God to just pack up everything and leave, like just go somewhere where he didn't even know where he was going, but he trusted God, so he just packed his things and he went. And then, this other time God told him he would have all these children, like so many children, but Abraham, he was old, like really old, and he didn't even know if he could even have children anymore, but he had faith in God, and God did amazing things. And so I wrote all about those kinds of times in his life.
That's so cool. And so why did you decide to write about Abraham, and how does that help you?
Well, I decided to write about Abraham because I wanted to remember what God had done in his life, and also like all these other people's lives as well. And that's what helps me have everyday faith. So I just didn't want to forget that.
That's so cool. And do you think that myself and those watching at home could also use these people's stories to help them remember?
Oh yes, precisely, Jacinta. Like, that is exactly why I wrote the book. I wanted everybody, even people today, to remember what God has done and how we can have faith every day.
That's so cool.
I knew that God had proven faithful, and I knew that Abraham had faith. Correct, Armando. That's exactly what I was trying to say in my book, and it sounds like you've read it.
I have. It's very good. It helps me remember all the time. It's very good. So I really appreciate you coming in today. I think that will help us a lot when we're trying to remember and trying to have everyday faith. I'm actually running a little bit late for Crazy Cooking with Kate, so I'm gonna have to jump off, but thanks so much for coming.
Okay, it's been my pleasure, Jacinta. Thank you for having me.
Hey guys, and welcome to Crazy Cooking with Kate, where we make awesome food in a bit of a... Oh, my phone's ringing. Hang on. Let me just answer that. Hello?
Hey Kate, I'm running super late. Sorry, we're meant to be making brownies, but I forgot the recipe. I'm just gonna quickly go find it and I'll meet you there.
Okay, JC, all good, all good. I love brownies. Like, I make them all the time because we all know Blurp loves chocolate. Anyways, I think maybe I don't actually need a recipe. Like, I could pretty much make it with my eyes shut.
Kate, I really don't think that's a good idea.
But, like, I really think I can do it, Jacinta. Like, I've got this. I make them all the time. I definitely will remember what goes inside.
Okay, I really hope this works out for you and for everyone watching at home.
Yep, trust me. Have faith, Jacinta. I have got this. I will remember. Okay, I'll get right to it. See you soon. Okay guys, I'm so excited because brownies are one of my most favorite things ever to make. So I'm gonna grab a bowl and like I just need to remember. Won't be that hard, will it? So surely some flour, that's gotta go inside, yeah? So let's just sprinkle some of that in. How much? Oh, we'll just kind of guess, I guess. Flour, oil. Oil, here we go. Some oil to make it all liquidy. Peanut oil? That'll give it a good flavor, yeah? Nice and liquidy. Sugar. White sugar? Brown sugar. What? Which one? maybe I can just do both because one of them will be right, yeah? Oh, this is like a little bit harder than I thought. What else? Ooh, milk. Let me quickly go grab milk and eggs. Do you guys know at home how many eggs I should put inside? I guess I'll just make it until it's like liquidy, I guess. That's like all of the milk I have. Ooh, maybe that was a bit too much milk. Oh well, eggs. I've heard eggs do really good things for baking, so I better like put some of those in. Here we go. One. Should I do another one? Oh, I really just don't know, guys. Okay, one more egg, I think. Woo, there we go. 2 eggs inside. It's looking okay, but that's not usually the kind of brown brownies are. Chocolate, jam? Nah. Okay, cocoa's gonna have to do. Let's put some of that in, but how much? Man, I can't quite remember, but I'm sure it will come together in the end. That's looking a lot better, isn't it? Okay, chocolate, there we go. Sugar, chocolate, they kind of need to rise. Flour, I just used plain flour. I think I need to add some baking soda because I've heard that makes baking rise. So I'm just gonna, yeah, put some of that in because I want big brownies. Do you guys like big brownies? Yeah, me too. Nice, thick, full of chocolate. Oh, this is gonna be so good, guys. Okay. Chocolate brownie mixture. Delicious. I probably, maybe I was meant to whisk that. Ugh, that's a bit lumpy. Oops. Oh well. There we go. Oh no. I think you're kind of meant to like grease the pan or like, I know. Surely if I just put some butter in, that will make it not stick, yeah? Okay, I think that will about do it. 2 big chunks of butter. Here's my brownies. 20 to 30 minutes in the oven, 180 degrees. I think we are good to go. I cannot wait to show Jacinta how I did this all without a recipe. Are you guys excited? I am. Okay guys, it is ready. So I'm gonna pull it out of the oven. Here we go. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, okay, we've got that there. We should let it cool a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I can cut at the same time. So I'll just grab this because I like a big piece of brownie, and we'll just see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Okay, maybe it's a little more cakey than brownie, but I think it'll still be pretty good. I mean, like, you can't really go wrong with chocolate, can you? And like, it smells like a baked good, like, yum. I think it's ready. I'll just cool it down a little bit. Should I take a big bite? I think I'm really excited, guys. I love brownies. This is gonna be so good. Okay, here we go. Oh. I can't swallow this. Oh, that has quite a peculiar taste. It's quite salty, but I didn't put any salt in it. I don't know what happened with the sugar. I put double sugar in. And it leaves this really bad aftertaste. I guess writing it down using a recipe really does help you remember. That didn't turn out so well for me. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of the bicarb taste. Oh well, don't try this one at home.
Wow, crazy cooking got a little bit too crazy, I think. Kate really should have used the recipe think those brownies were a bit gross. Luckily, I didn't have to eat them. Also, I loved that Bible story. I loved how Abraham remembered the different things God had done for him in the past, and how the writer of Hebrews remembered the different things God had done for him and in the lives of those around him, just like Abraham, and how he'd written that down for us to remember too. Many authors in the Bible also wrote down what God did in their lives and in the lives of those around them, to help them remember and to have everyday faith, and to help us remember and have everyday faith. Now, this is my notebook, and in it I've got so many different stories. I've got stories about what God's done in my life, about what God's done in other people's lives, and I've even written down some Bible stories, like the story of Abraham, in there to remind me. Oh, what's really awesome is when I'm struggling or going through a hard time, I can look back on my notebook and be reminded of how all the great things God has done and how good He is and how I can trust Him. I have held on to my notebooks all the way back from year 5. So this is my notebook from year 5. This was one of the first notebooks I ever had. And I'm going to read a story from this notebook about how God helped me with a really big test I had. This test was called NAPLAN. Some of you guys might have to do that this year. But I wrote down Psalms 56, 3-4. But even when I am afraid, I keep on trusting you, and I praise your promises, and I trust you, and I am not afraid. No one can harm me. And then I wrote, it's saying that we need to trust the Lord and that we do not need to be afraid. This is how it helped me. I had a NAPLAN test and I was afraid I would get it all wrong. But I remembered that God would help me not to be afraid. So if we feel afraid, we can just remember that God is with us. So I get to go back and read this story, even though it was so many years ago. I don't think if I had not written this down, I would have remembered. You know, maybe some of you guys have big tests coming up, or maybe you're struggling or feeling nervous about online school. Well, you can write down my story in your notebooks to help you remember how good our God is and how we can have everyday faith. And then you can also write down what God's doing in your life to help you, to remind you in the future about how good our God is, and to help us have everyday faith, which is awesome. I'm just gonna pray before we finish, and then you guys can enjoy the rest of your day. So, hey God, I thank you so much that we get to trust you and that we get to have everyday faith. I thank you that we have different things that can help us remember how good you are and how faithful you are. I just pray that with whatever is going on with those watching and their lives this week, whether they've got tests or different things going on, Lord, I just pray that you would be with them and that you would remind them that they can trust you and have everyday faith. And all Discovery Kids said, Amen.
Well, what a day, Blurb. I got to eat ice cream and brownies and, well, the brownies, they didn't taste very good, I guess.
How come, Kate? Because they look so amazing.
Yeah, well...
What happened?
I just couldn't quite remember the recipe.
My goodness, and you know what happens when you can't remember the recipe?
It doesn't go good.
Things taste very strange.
Very strange,
Yeah.
but it's been a fun day nonetheless. And well, Blurb, can you see my crazy craft here? I'm super proud of it.
This is crazy.
It is crazy and it's still wet, so just be careful.
I can smell chocolate, Kate. Look, look, right there on the picture, there's
That is
chocolate.
right. There's even chocolate on
can
my
I-
craft. So you can't eat it, Blurb.
Oh.
Because the paddle pop sticks, they make my photo frame.
Oh, okay.
But what I love about this, Blurb, is that it helps me remember the story of Daniel. One of my favorite Bible stories ever, and how Daniel prayed. That's how he had faith every day.
Yeah.
You know, drawing and writing things down, like they really help us remember, Blurb.
Yes, they do.
That's something that I have learned today. So you guys might like to try something like this at home this week.
Yeah, if you've got all the things at home, you could easily do this.
Blurb, do you think you could eat that much ice cream?
Oh, I think I could try.
Yeah, you probably could. Well, I want to see your crazy craft next week, but even on our website, there's a heap of other activities for you guys to try as well. So make sure you check that out. this week.
Yes.
And well,
Then you can do fun stuff all week at home.
all week,
Yeah.
like before school, after school. Maybe they might even have some recess and do some crazy craft.
Yeah, that would be fun.
We will see what happens. But that's about it from us this week, I think, Flo.
So good to see you all.
Yes, we have loved having you guys, and yeah, good luck remembering all the things you need to remember this week, guys. We'll see you again soon.
See you then. Bye.
Hey Discovery Kids, my name's Mary if I haven't already met you. I'm here today to do our Silly Sock Winter Warmers. I am wearing my silly socks. These are my favourite silly socks because, well, I can't really show you right now, but they glow in the dark. They're pretty cool. They also have avocados on them, which makes them extra cool. I also have my winter warmer for you today. It's only a little one, so hopefully you guys can try and remember it. It's from Psalm chapter 18, verse 32. This is how it goes. It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. I'll read it one more time. It is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. Now, there's two reasons I love this verse. The first reason is because it says, it is God who arms me with strength. Sometimes I don't feel very strong. Sometimes I feel physically weak, emotionally weak, or sometimes I just feel like I can't really do something. But this verse reminds us that it is through God's strength that we can do anything because He gives us the strength. Now the second reason I love this verse is because it is God who makes our way perfect. I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes get a bit nervous about the future. I'm in year 12, so I'm thinking a lot about next year, which is once I finish school. You guys might worry about, I don't know, what class you're going to be in next year, whether you're going to be with your friends or not. But this verse reminds us that no matter what happens, no matter whether it's exactly what we want or exactly what we don't want, that God is going to make it perfect. No matter what it is perfect because God makes our way perfect. And our future is exactly how God wants it to be. So I hope that encouraged you guys. So I want you guys to remember those two things. It is God who makes us strong, and it is God who makes our way perfect. I hope you guys have a really good day. Thanks for listening with me. Bye guys!